Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's a little bit different than normal just because I am going to be sharing 17 things that I do not buy, and I don't think you should be buying either. So it's just different because I feel like my channel is kind of a shopping channel. I'm often showing you my favorite clothes and shoes and things that I really recommend and that I love and I think you should try. But I just also wanted to do kind of an opposite video, just sharing things I never buy. And again, I don't really think you need to either. Just things to consider. I don't know, I think this will be kind of an interesting video, a nice little change on my channel. If you happen to be new though, consider subscribing. I would love to have you back. We're working our way towards 1 million, hopefully. I don't know, I shouldn't even say that out loud, who knows. Without further ado, let's get started. So the very first one, and by the way, I'm just gonna go really in no particular order. Everything's gonna be kind of just all over the map. I'm just going in the order that I wrote it down. But the very first thing that I never buy is farm-raised fish. Now, not all of this is gonna be health related. However, this was one of the first things that came to my mind because it's really important to, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I do really recommend buying wild caught fish instead of farm raised fish. And that's just because wild caught fish is actually from, their environment. They're pulling the fish from where they really are supposed to live, not in a farm where there's really bad contaminants. The fish can be very polluted. It's just not nearly as healthy for you at all. And fish is already pretty expensive. And so if you're going to, spend the money to try to eat healthy, go wild caught. Just look it up, just trust me. Number 2 is fancy greeting cards. Oh my gosh, if you actually know me in real life, everyone knows I cannot stand fancy greeting cards. They are so expensive. I know sometimes cards are really important to people, but I just think that it is just so much better to maybe buy like a pack of blank cards that in total cost a few dollars, and then you write a personalized message in the card and give that to the person instead of spending $5, $6, $7 on a fancy card from Hallmark and then just signing your name. So that's just me, but something to consider. The next thing that I never buy are bleached coffee filters. And you might be asking or wondering, like, what the heck is the difference? And I'll show you. These are brown. These are coffee filters, but they are unbleached. So many people, just because of tradition, have always purchased the bleach white coffee filters just because it's more aesthetically pleasing. It looks a lot more clean. Either way, it doesn't affect any taste to your coffee. You can't tell a difference at all. But people just have kind of always purchased the bleached version. And studies have come out kind of proving that there's chlorine obviously in the bleached filters, and 20 to 40% of those dioxins, which is the chlorine, can be leached into your coffee, which is obviously not good. So yeah, just go for the brown. Your coffee's already brown anyway. You can't even tell a difference as far as taste, and it's a lot healthier. But like I said, not everything here that I'm gonna talk about today is health related. The next thing I never buy is lottery tickets. No, I don't think you should either. You don't win. Very low chance. They're so expensive. You're throwing your money away. Need I say more? Don't do it. The next thing I never buy are extended warranties. Because guess what, guys? I truly believe that's just a little money-making scheme. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there that just disagree with me on this, and that's fine. If you wanna keep doing it, that's fine. However, I really think in most situations, it's just kind of an extra back door, kind of a way for these companies and these brands to get you to spend even more money. And more often than not, by the time the product actually does break, it's beyond the warranty, or the warranty doesn't actually cover what happened. There's so many loopholes, and it's just so much more worth it in the end to just never buy extended warranties. And then that one time something does break, just think of all the money you saved not buying all of those warranties, and you're still ahead. The next thing I never buy are brand name clothes for my kids. And many of you are probably like,
oh my gosh, Shea, you spend so much money on brand name clothes for yourself. How could you ever not do that for your children?
And to that I say, why the heck would I ever do that? The kids ruin their clothes all the time. They grow like weeds. No. I am proud of, I go to Walmart. I even sometimes, Salvation Army. Why not? So yeah, I never buy brand name clothes for my kids. Target is about the best they get, and those are just dandy. Another thing that I refuse to buy are fancy drinks at restaurants. Now this one, if you decide to do this, that's totally fine. I don't think it's necessarily awful if you do this, because sometimes people just like want to enjoy like a really good drink out. It's just something I choose not to do just because of the crazy price jump it is. It's just insane how much even a soda pop. I don't say soda pop. I personally say pop. I know a lot of people say soda, so I just went with both, soda pop. Sometimes that's so expensive, let alone like an actual cocktail fancy drink. Those can be like $20, which is insane. So when I am at a restaurant, all I order is water and maybe a lemon. And that's good. Okay, so I know I said that not everything would be health related, but these next two are, so I'm sorry. But dryer sheets and fabric softener. Never buy those. They're so toxic. It's a known thing that they're toxic now. I think they were trying to deny it. Now they're kind of admitting it. So those are some of the harshest chemicals, and they go right onto your clothes that go right against your skin. So yeah, I never buy that. And I also never buy air fresheners for my house. Again, very, very strong toxic chemicals that you're breathing in to your body. So I guess kind of combat that, like if I really, really want some good smelling scents in my home. A lot of you know I'm obsessed with essential oils. It's all natural. I feel really good about it. So I just have a few diffusers throughout my house, and it works like magic. You can do so many cool cocktails in it and make your own recipes. It's so fun. So I really do recommend essential oils if you want some good scents in your house. The next thing that I refuse to spend money on is actually ATM fees. I just have like this personal thing against it. Like I will not put my card into a machine that's going to charge me $3, $4, or $5 just to get my own money out. And I know that, you know, some people, they're just like in a crunch, but I just really try to avoid that. It's just like I refuse to do that. So, you know, plan ahead, have a little cash in your house or in your purse so that you don't have to do that. Or I know there's some cards out there that actually, the perk of them is that you can use any ATM no matter what bank it is and you don't get any fees. So either route works, but try to avoid those fees because they add up. The next thing that I never buy is actually face masks, which is kind of a newer change for me because I used to, you know, quite like face masks, and luckily I do get some sent to me in the mail sometimes, but I just don't think they're worth it at all. Every time I wear one, I just kind of feel like it's sitting on my face. It's just very similar to if you rub in a thick cream or, you know, something to your face. I don't know. They don't impress me. They just don't impress me. It's like a one-time use thing. It's not like you can keep doing it. It's just like a one and done, and it's just way overpriced. And so I never buy them anymore. The next thing I've definitely talked about on my channel before, but it's the idea of never buying anything just because it's on sale. So for example, if you see a cardigan and it's $12.99, don't be like,
oh my gosh, this cardigan's $12.99. I need to buy it. That's such a good price.
But no, only buy things that you absolutely love and that you would totally pay full price for. And that way you'll actually wear it, you'll actually get your money's worth, and you'll actually save a lot of money because all of those sales add up. Brands are constantly putting things on sale to trap us into the good deal, and then we spend even more money. The next couple of things are kind of a trip down memory lane. I feel like a lot of you guys probably don't buy these anymore either, but nevertheless, I wrote them down. So I don't ever buy magazines anymore. I used to love magazines. I would get them in the mail. It was kind of just really fun to sit down on the couch and relax and chillax and go through my magazine. And yeah, I just don't do that anymore. I don't even do that when I fly. I'm a sucker for a good Netflix show or iPad or my computer, my laptop. So maybe that's bad. It could totally be bad. But I just don't buy magazines anymore, and I also don't buy DVDs. My family was obsessed with DVDs. They have this huge DVD collection. The whole time I kept thinking that it was kind of a lot of money to be spending on DVDs. And here we are now in a digital age, and the DVDs are becoming completely obsolete. So yeah, I don't do that anymore either. Another thing that I don't buy is shaving cream. Do you guys buy shaving cream? That used to be a thing too. You know, shaving cream on your legs. It was, I don't even remember what that stuff was called, but it was like, you know, very feminine, and yeah, but I don't do that. I just use a good soap. Or sometimes I use hair conditioner. Have you guys ever done that? The conditioner is very like lathery and slick. It's slick and it's really good for shaving. So that's what I do instead. And wow, I think we might be on number 17 now. So sugar. Sugar is the last thing that I don't buy. And I know I've said many times on my channel that I do not eat sugar. Obviously, I do eat fruit. That is natural sugar, and I do eat sugar that's already in foods. For example, ketchup. Ketchup has sugar, so I do eat ketchup. But I do not buy processed, refined sugar. I don't really do any baking. I don't eat desserts, cakes, pies, cookies. I don't do any of that. And so I really have no reason to buy sugar. If my kids get sugar, it's probably because they're at school. I'm not like a Nazi mom and like, you know, not letting them have fun at school and stuff. But here in our house, we don't really eat that stuff. So that's just our choice, and they're totally fine with it. They think yogurt is like the best thing in the world, and they can run with that and think that's dessert, and I'm a-okay with that. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below some things you don't buy. I'm really interested because this list could be so much longer, but these are the things that I came up with. So I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, consider subscribing, but otherwise, I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye!